All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WPC Ace, the Western Division. We're kicking off Western play today. Two of 5 teams will have a shot to move on to the LAN finals, which are, I wanted to say in Kiev. I've been casting a lot of Star Ladder lately, but the LAN finals in Shanghai, where over $250,000 in prize money will be made available. 2 Western teams, 6 Eastern teams. That's the offline portion, but we got to find our 2 teams first, and we begin that journey today with Fnatic versus Empire. The format, as I see, actually, if the team's mixed up here, let me go ahead and fix that. Empire on the dire side, Fnatic on the Radiant. Why is this not cooperating with me? Let's see.
5 seconds remaining.
Overlay, please. Okay, there we go. Empire on the dire side, Fnatic on the Radiant. The format for the group stages is a very simple round-robin, best-of-2 format group stages. So from that, you look to find the top 2 teams. I don't know what the rules are if it comes to tiebreakers, but we'll cross that road if and when we come to it. And the teams are Cloud9, Dog, Fnatic, Alliance, and Empire. Today, we start our matches off with Fnatic versus Empire. But with that being said, I've been babbling for a while here. The draft is underway. It's Fnatic on the Radiant side, Empire on the Dire, and I, of course, am joined here today by none other than EG's Fear, who woke up rather early this morning. How you doing, Fear?
Pretty good. A little tired, but actually not too bad. It's always worth casting like some LAN qualifiers to wake up this hour, so I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's quite early, but like you said, it's well worth it, I think. So should be some good matches. There's a little bit of interesting stuff going on. I'm listing them as Dog in the standings, but they are actually technically played under the name of Sigma, but it's basically Dog for all intents and purposes. It's their new roster with Pycat, Misery, MSS, and Fata and Pos, but they're using the Sigma name for whatever that was worth. So
Fnatic's turn to
whatever.
Chat might get confused, but in the end, they'll figure it out when the games begin. So, well, talk to me about Lycan, because I don't understand why this hero gets through, but some teams just want to give him away, and he's the first pick here.
10 seconds
I don't know, a lot of teams, like, when they play against Lycan, they have a nice strat where they can shut him down early and have him run around searching for farm, but if Lycan gets a lot of farm early mid-game, he becomes quite the problem, I want to say. So, I don't know what their plan is. Usually Empire, are they going to aggressive? They may, because they have a Lycan and Treant, but Fnatic's a team that's going to throw Lycan mid, I believe, if necessary. They'll put it in any lane, actually. Fnatic, it's really hard to guess their lanes. They play very strange, I want to say, or unconventional.
Yeah, that's the politically correct word.
Yeah.
Freaking weird is the not so politically correct.
But they'll find a way to lane it. But yeah, that hero, it's very strong because it doesn't even need much farm. So even if you do shut it down, if it finds its levels, that's all it needs. But maybe Empire has a strat against it. I know a lot of teams, we were using Tree for a while. When you go aggressive with Tree, it's pretty good against it. And then every time Lycan tries pushing your lane, you just defend it and then heal up the towers. Pretty good counter. But unfortunately, they're not going to have that. Fnatic took it.
Right. Sorry, just listening to the stream chat. Some people saying there's a little static, but I think it might be on your end, Fear. I don't know if that's something you can fix very easily. I'm not sure it's on your end, but I do hear a little bit. So.
Okay.
Like you said, though, Fnatic can be very flexible with how they lane the Lycan, and I mean they're a team that's known for being unconventional with their lanes, whether it's like even running Tiny Wisp long after other teams have stopped. They still will even dual lanes mid occasionally with other heroes. Like I've seen them do Shadow Fiend dual lanes mid at times, and they're not afraid to mix it up if they need to. With this Treant Protector, like you said, they're just not going to be strong and could testing a tri-lane, but we'll see what Fnatic go for from here. Empire do go Bane. This definitely sets up the potential for an aggressive tri-lane. Centaur could even be a part of it in theory, but more likely we expect the Centaurs, if they do that, the safe lane solo, Bane +2 in the off lane. And in terms of who's left, there's a Mirana still out there. Definitely a decent choice. There's a Luna who could potentially fit in. And if they want to go a little bit less common nowadays, I guess there's Lifestealer, but then you look at Fnatic's heroes and not really the best matchup for a Lifestealer.
No, I think what they're going to be doing on Empire is when they run the Centaur, they typically do an Exort Invoker, because like Centaur just initiates. I've seen the place before. Centaur jumps in with Stomp, and you set up a Sunstrike, and then you double edge. Any target basically instantly dies. But
right.
I'm almost certain right now Fnatic is going to play some, I guess you would call Rat Dota with their lanes, and Empire is going to look to try and punish the laning phase, because it's up to Empire this game to apply the pressure with the picks coming out from Fnatic.
Yeah, Fnatic now go for Enigma, so they get Kind of similar to Navi, I was talking about this with a friend yesterday, that Fnatic they'll if they have a support pick available in the second stage, and they think they need to or can get away with going greedy, then they're not afraid to just pop an Enigma out, even though, I mean, not many other teams even consider that hero right now, but they'll go for Enigma, so maybe they look to dodge the tri-lane, like you mentioned. Tree can even go to an offensive dual lane, depending on how they expect Empire to lane this. Just look to farm that big camp near the lane, do some pulling. Enigma can go offensive jungle. They can run Darkseer safe lane. They can run the Lycan mid. So there's just a lot of options here for Fnatic. What they want to do, well, we'll just have to wait and see. But at this stage, their laning stage, not the strongest, but their mid game is terrifying. Natural mech carrier, great farmers, great push, great team fight. A little bit lacking in magic damage, I guess you could say. They're almost all physical and just kind of big AoE. They are a long cooldown team, which is my only concern for them. But, well, Empire, a team that will looking to be fight constantly, I feel, through the laning stage.
Yeah, I was going to say Empire really wanted that Luna, but it got banned out. They need Silence Hero now, because I believe Mag is the only one that plays Centaur for this team, and Resolution loves this Invoker mid. I'm actually not sure what the Empire wants for their farming hero. They would have taken Luna if it was left, I do believe. And Fnatic, I assume they want something like a Mirana or something like that now. I don't think they're going to be playing this Lycan on Era. They could, but I feel like they're just going to get ran over in the lane if they have a Treant, Enigma, and Lycan lane, unless that's their plan. Lycan's not a bad hero to sack either, because it doesn't need too much farm, but you need to get a lot done in the other lanes.
Yeah, he's a decent comeback hero as long as he gets his levels. If he doesn't get levels and he doesn't get farm, he's in a lot of trouble. I guess, to be fair, what heroes aren't, but like a hero that needs to have that good start. Empire do go Gyro, so definitely could be an aggressive tri-lane. Kind of reminds me of like a 6.78 lane almost, but yeah, very, very good lockdown, lots of burst damage, and Fnatic are just going to be playing keep away in the laning stage, it feels.
Yeah, you could tell they really wanted that Luna. I'm surprised they took Leshrac over it on their 4th pick. I don't think that was in danger of being banned, but maybe Fnatic knows something we don't. Who knows?
Lesh has been, like, some teams are actually going for that hero, but I feel he's just... To me, he seems like a hero that he has to get a lot done early, or you just rather have other supports later on. What are your thoughts on Lesh? Do you like him as a hero right now? Do you think he's a good pick?
I think he can be really good, but you have to be really objective based, because his Edict is very good at taking towers. Other than that, I don't think he's very good as a hero. But his Edict is very, very good at pushing, so maybe that's their plan. They needed a hero just to take some early towers down. But I do like the hero. I think it can work.
So you're not a believer in the Lightning Storm cooldown being a big buff for Leshrac?
I mean, it has potential. It could be a good mid build, but no, not really.
Not a believer.
Gonna be, especially in the support Lesh, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I can't say I disagree.
Yeah, it could be good mid, though. It needs to be tested, I think.
Yeah, I miss the old days when you'd see like your safe lane farming Leshrac. Even if you go back to TI2, I know Orange Esports was running that a lot for Yamate, back when Yamate and Mushi were friends and not hating each other's guts. And he was actually a fairly popular farming pick, but nowadays there's just no Lesh.
Yeah, and as I called, they did take the Mirana. They weren't going to put the Lycan in like a death trap bottom. So it's going to be, who's playing it? Mid Lycan? Yeah, Hani's playing it, so it's going to be a mid Lycan.
Yeah, I feel like their team doesn't really benefit from Hal that much, oddly. I mean, sure, it's good for the Lycan, it's okay for Mirana, but you've got, I don't know, you've got your Tramp Protector, your Darkseer. One of the benefits of the Lycan is just you Howl and you can win your lanes, but I don't think that's going to be as relevant this game.
No, it probably won't be. It's going to be very interesting what Fnatic does this game, because I guess the point of like they just want to do a dual core and good team fight, so they just have an overall great strategy as far as like team fight, but they don't have much D push. So if Empire starts getting away early with like some kills and some towers, Fnatic could be in some trouble.
Yeah, and my other concern here for Fnatic, if they get to the mid game, their lineup can be incredibly strong. Like you've got your Black Hole, your Vacuum into it, the Overgrowth follow up, tons of damage later on with the Lycan Howl, but if they don't have a good start, then they have to hit those combos. And that's where Empire could just look to spread the map, not group up as 5, and just control their jungle. Find pickoffs with smoke ganks, if the Bane gets an early level 6. Invoker can follow up with some Sunstrikes. Or if he goes Quaswex for Resolution, then just join the fray from up close with Tornado. And they might just never let Fnatic group up or get their team fights off if Empire is a good start. I feel like they're just very dependent on getting the team fight, and I don't know if Empire's going to let them do it.
I mean, knowing Fnatic, they're going to split push a lot, which is what they need to do in the early stages. They just need to get to mid game without getting ran over, and then I think they're perfectly fine. But that's going to be their goal, and I think that's why they took Darkseer. They wanted an offlaner that applies a lot of pressure, so Empire might not go aggressive. I doubt they will. I think they're just going to focus on shutting down the Darkseer.
Yeah, and if it is a Lycan mid, that's something that Bane Leshrac can gank as well, so they can potentially smoke gank mid. Sure, there's Living Armor, but Edict one of the best spells to deal with that, so I think they can still put a lot of pressure on this Lycan.
Yeah, they have a really good strat for getting picks, because if they get, like, when Centaur obviously gets this blink, the initiation for Invoker to get kills is there, and then he can run around in even the off lane as well, their safe lane. They can sleep the Darkseer, set up Sunstrikes, and get easy kills there too. So if he goes, I really want to see an Exort Invoker this game, is basically what I'm trying to say.
Don't we all? I don't think anyone sees Quaswex that's like, oh boy, this is great. Gonna see some amazing tornadoes this game. There you go.
Yeah, I just think Exort's just going to be much better this game.
Yeah, also a lot more fun for us as spectators, so we will see what the choice is. But guys, with that being said, WPC Ace is kicking off right about now, and in 1 second here, we'll go ahead, we'll introduce the players, and for anyone who's just tuning in, there are a total of 5 teams competing for the trip to Shanghai, where $250,000 are waiting. It is a lot of prize money. The biggest tournament, actually, outside of the International 3 when it comes to prize money. So prestige, prizes, and good training opportunity heading into TI. But with that being said, just fixing one overlay here. And all right, we're good. Let's introduce our teams. On the Radiant side, we've got Fnatic. You have No-Tail playing the Treant Protector. Hani going solo mid as the Lycan, we imagine. Trixie will be playing the Darkseer. He actually played the farming role a few days ago, which was on the Ember, which was, well, I guess it was like a week ago. It was kind of interesting. But back to the offlane, it appears. Fly will be on your Enigma. And it does leave Era as the...
30 seconds to battle.
Hit an arrow
actually going to go on this? Yeah. They didn't expect that. That was like a casual, like, let's see what's out there kind of arrow. And he's like, oh shit, I hit one. But they weren't in position to go on that. And that does leave Fly on the Enigma. Or, no, did I? No, Era on the Mirana. That's right. Okay. So on the Dire side, we've got Team Empire. They've been a little shaky the past week or so, but had a good performance to round things out in Starladder, taking down Rock's Kiss. So, well, we've got Vangskor on your Bane, always want to fly handling the Leshrac, Silent, the Gyrocopter, Resolution, the Invoker. It is Exort, so you'll be happy about that. And Mag, back to the Fountain already. And please no Sniperino indeed.
What are they doing mid? They're like hooked up together over there? Thought they're going to go for a kill on mid, but I don't know. They're just waiting for someone to walk up there, I guess. They're hoping Trixie would be there.
Yeah, going a defensive tri-lane, you've got the Darkseer off-lane, so this is a lane that Empire would love to put some pressure on. Go for the backstab. I guess the one issue is it's always hard to get behind the tower, because he's constantly pushing it in with Ion Shell, so like you can't really smoke gank him behind the tower the way you can other off-laners as easily.
No, they're going to go on Mag on bottom, but arrow misses.
Dude, this Leech Seed is doing so much damage. What the hell? One more right-click from No-Tail. Oh, wow. Okay, so Treant just almost solo killed the... Wow, almost solo killed the Centaur. He didn't go boots, though, which is a little bit strange. A lot of offlane Centaurs seem to prefer the boots.
Denied.
Yeah, either one would have saved him in that situation, though. But they got invis on the Treant, so either way, they're going to get farm and levels on both their offlaners. I think Darkseer's going to have a harder time than Centaur this game, strangely enough. Because if he gets caught with a sleep, and Invoker has like 2 points in Exort or something, he's just going to die. Whereas a Mirana and Tree Lane isn't that scary for a Centaur.
By the way, I don't know if you already did, but if you haven't yet, Fear, go ahead and turn on your in-game mic.
Yeah, I just did that. It's up now.
I've been notified the chat was very sad. They could not hear your drawling old man tunes.
Yeah, it's good now. My volume was just a little too low on that, so it's up now.
Gotcha. Well, the Hal gets popped again, and Mag? Mirana not having quite as good of a time at harassing the off-lane Centaur as the Tree was. I feel like Tree's pretty well situated for that, because he's tanky enough that the return damage isn't... It tickles him rather than really chewing into him.
Yeah, it doesn't do much at all. But they're gonna... Well, he's getting good levels still on the Centaur if he plays his cards right. And that's gonna be the big key of initiation for them, is Centaur getting Blink. They're gonna have to focus around him getting Blink, then they can start opening up the map.
Yeah, aside from that, who else would even initiate? Maybe you could just use his ultimate to run in, but Bane not gonna get a fast level 6 at the rate Vang's score's going. And Let's see if they go for any early smoke ganks. They don't actually have one yet. So I guess they're going to stay top for now and just get their levels.
Yeah, they have boots on Leshrac. That was pretty early boots, actually. He doesn't seem to be buying any support items. But yeah, once they both get their boots, they might just start roaming.
Yeah, Resolution also sending out his early boots. We'll see where he goes after this, but no early Bassi, which we see some Exort Invokers go for, and just going to be looking to apply some pressure on the mid lane. But so far, this looks pretty good for Fnatic. Hani not being pressured. Your safe lane Mirana getting her farm, getting her levels. They're running a greedy jungle Enigma, not being punished. Already Fly hits level 4. And in the offlane, Trixie not having the best time, but hey, he's level 2. He's got his surge up, which is the big thing, so... Overall, Fnatic, I thought their laning stage would be a lot rougher than this, but they've just had a free farm of it.
Yeah, I don't really understand why Empire didn't get into the jungle and ward it up. They wouldn't have been contested at all with their heroes, so that's a little strange to me, but... who knows? Maybe they have a plan.
Yeah. That's your way of saying I don't think they have a good... I don't think their plan's good, but maybe I haven't seen the whole thing yet.
Yeah, I don't want to call it out, but usually they're good at doing stuff like that. Empire's pretty good about 5-manning, warding up and stuff like that. They have very good game sense, so it's very strange to me.
They're just a very aggressive, pressure-based team as well. Like, sure, they don't like suicide bomb you at the tier 1, but they will definitely try and force you off the lanes, get the early kills, not let you farm, and Fnatic's laning stage is not that strong, but it's getting there quickly. When you've already got Enigma hitting level 5 at 4 minutes for Fly, that's the fastest possible, really, so this is trouble.
Man, he's struggling really quick. He went for boots first. That's actually pretty unconventional. Usually you rush your soul ring and just farm up the jungle, but he wants to be fast.
Uh-oh. Hani going for the rune here, and he will be spotted out. Can they hit this first stun? Where's the cold snap? They sleep him. The stun's there over the top. They stack them up. Now the ice wall gets deployed. Should be our first blood, I believe, but Resolution's also dropping low to the wolves. Well, Empire get the kill. A little bit dangerous there the way they execute it. Another stun gonna miss, and these wolves, Resolution's gotta be mad. Just can't get away from the wolf. Woof woof.
Wolf, wolf, indeed. That's where the level 5 invisibility actually helped him a ton. It got him the kill there. Because he couldn't find the wolves with the stun. He actually missed it. So they ended up getting a kill with wolves. So, nice little rebuttal kill there, I guess.
And those freaking wolves are like... That's one of the things I have nightmares about.
Yeah, their move speed's ridiculous. They just chase you down. Like, does he even have boots on Invoker? Yeah, he has boots.
Yeah, he has early boots, too.
He still feels so slow. But he is also running Exort, so he is actually very slow.
And what does he actually do against the wolves? Like, an Exort you can't, like, right-click them down as Exort Invokers, so this is just rough.
Yeah, Exort Invoker's not very good versus Lycan in the lane, I don't think. I mean, you can get good last hits, but once he gets the Wolf Slip and they're invis, he just puts them on the hill, as you see, and, like, every time he comes up to the last hit, he gets harassed, takes a big chunk of his HP.
Do you think it's worth just getting sentries for the lane?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's almost dead, and Ronnie says, I'm going in for this one. There will be a big dive middle lane. One more right click will bring him down. The cold snap's there. The loyal wolf finishes the kill, and Hani makes his fast retreat. Meanwhile, they also took the tower bottom, and they're pushing for more. Fnatic are just... This lane... Sure, they get the first blood, but does that really make a big difference? Already, Hani gets a solo kill, hits level 7, and the wolf is out in force.
They're going to lose 2 towers if they don't move, and they're moving Bane right now. They're going to need another hero. Who else is coming down there? Leshrac's coming as well. It looks like they're planning to defend this.
No Centaur ultimate, though, and these supports aren't the highest level. There's a sleep here to start. Can they get enraged? No, a nice Malefice will cancel the stun. Double Edge. Follow-up is there. The Black Hole late from Hot Fly. Really waited on that one, and now Mag may go down as well. So it's a 1-for-1 thus far. No Tail also on the run. Should be falling. Sunstrike, not even needed. In the end, a 2-for-1. He really hesitated on that Black Hole.
Yeah, he did. Luckily, Resolution was there to cancel it as well. He didn't think it would get canceled, I guess, but Resolution came out of nowhere. And Resolution is actually really struggling mid. Look at Hani's CS. Holy crap.
And this is not going to help.
Yeah, Lycan's not known as... Well, he used to be known as like a weak laner, but if you lane him mid and know how to play it right, it's actually rather strong with Hal.
Especially in this matchup where, I mean, the Invoker just can't do anything. He's slow, he's clunky, the Wolves run him down. Doesn't have much... I mean, I guess even if you have a lot of AoE, it doesn't help you that much with the magic resistance from the Wolves, but yeah. Lycan showing...
Timbersaw.
As though this hero wasn't already good enough, you know?
Yeah, it's going to be a problem, that's for sure.
This is like worse than TI2 Lycan. He can go mid now. I guess before he could go jungle, but yeah, this is rough.
It's a lot easier to shut down like a jungle and safe lane Lycan than a mid Lycan. It's very hard to shut down a mid Lycan. He can always get some levels, but they're going to try anyways with a gank.
They'll make their move from the top side of the lane, and they've got a sleep ready. Cold Snap could set this up. Is the Lycan ultimate online? It is, so they've got a chain stun it perfectly. And they're just perched in position. Hani's going to make a move forward. This is their time to find the sleep. They'll go for the sleep right now. Doesn't get off the ultimate in time. They'll need to chain this up just right. Sunstrike comes in. It's just not enough damage. And now the turnaround comes. He pops the ultimate. Out comes Snowtail, already level 4, but doesn't have the ultimate yet. And they'll back off. Well, crisis averted for Empire. If that was something scarier than a tree, they could have given up 2 or 3 kills there, I feel.
Yeah, they could have, and they used Mirana ult there, so they were able to escape. I don't think they had any detection up. So they ended up using Lycan and Mirana ult for that, but well worth it.
So, heading into the mid-game, I think we both agreed that Empire is the team that should have the stronger and more just aggressive laning stage. Hasn't really happened, so as you walk into the mid-game, what is Empire's game plan? Like, how do they bounce back from this? How do they take control of the game?
I think when Centaur hits 6, which he's very close to, they start moving some ports around and they start getting aggressive. Because if they keep playing like this for the next, I want to say, 10 minutes or so, they're just going to lose the game, I feel, because Gyro's not the greatest carry anymore, at least not against what they have. They have a ton of lockdown and a lot of split push, and I don't find Gyro to be a good hero against split push. It's a hero you should just group up for team fights with.
Bottom tower has
Right.
fallen.
Well, another tower falls bottom, and it just, Fnatic's getting to that point where they can start 5-manning. Vlad's is about to come online. Era's got just his basic items and levels up so he can throw out some spells in the fights. And Trixie, who is really struggling, he's at level 6, which isn't too bad, although,
he's
as
in
I say
trouble,
that,
though.
Yeah, he's gonna get slept here. Centaur will cooperate with a stomp as Silent comes in, it just might. Trixie on the run, the Centaur is actually mid-stomp animation, I believe. Now Centaur gets deployed, still chasing Trixie. Oh, just run down by Centaurs from both teams, the neutrals and the dire side, but they get the kill in the end. Did he spend his gold in time? Doesn't look like it, so... Buckler's still coming okay. It's not a fast mech, but, I mean, he'll have it at an okay time with all these towers they're taking.
Yeah, he's not doing too poorly, because he can always go into the jungle right now. I mean, he should just go jungle and have Enigma and go push lanes now. And I think what Empire wants is they want Fnatic to group up, but I don't think Fnatic will ever group up as 5, unless they have a mech. They might then, but if they just split push, they're in really good condition, because it's really hard to fight into Empire's lineup. They have very, very good fighting heroes.
And the thing is with Hal, it's like it's not even just like kind of rat Dota split push, it's like barreling down at your tower with Eidolons, Wolves, and just right-click split push. They can have Enigma +1 and Lycan +1 in 2 different lanes, and Empire will have to send 3+, I feel, to quickly defend those towers. Wherever they go, you just back off, and you take the other tower down. So Hal, very good, I mean, in any situation, really, whether it's split push, whether it's group up in 5-man, it's just quite a spell.
Yeah, and it's probably his most imbalanced spell. The Wolves are annoying too, but the Howl is what makes them kind of viable early game. Because like you just group up, like you said, in mid, they're just going to pop Howl, take the tower.
It used to not be a global spell either. I forget how long ago that was, but it used to be like only for nearby teammates, and that got changed a while back, and kind of when Lycan really rose to prominence. This was like years ago.
Fat. Oh man.
Yeah, Vlad's up, treads up, bottle up, and he's just TPing directly on top into 3. This man fears no one.
He really does not. He has Vlad's up, treads up, and another 700 in the bank. Looks like they're going for that top tower now. I'm not sure if they're... Yeah, they're gonna... It looks like they want to 5-man it.
Yeah. Empire are... especially with the Gyro already being level 9, I think they're deceptively strong at counter-pushing and taking team fights. Later on, once Fnatic have BKBs and maybe a pipe and a mech, then I don't know if Fnatic's as worried, but this could potentially go south for Fnatic.
I think it's going to be fine. I'm looking at Resolution. He has no TP, so I don't think they're going to defend this. They're just going to try to get their blink up and get some farm in their other lanes. Because right now, when they group up as 5 right now, they're going to be losing experience. So I guess Empire's just thinking about getting their levels before they fight.
Either way, even if they could maybe contest it, they're not doing so. Leshrac will come top and just drop it out of Sentry Ward. In case Fnatic tried to deploy a lane ward behind where the tower once stood. Not going to find one, though. He'll back off. Maybe scouting for the Wolves as well. And Silent, meanwhile, just pressures in the mid lane. He has gone early Dominator, so Silent, a player that likes to go for more of a late game build, and almost every game he's kind of similar to Envy in that sense, but there's a Blink Black Hole mid. He was not ready for this one as Era comes in with the follow-up. Can they bring Silent down in time? He pops the Rocket Barrage, and Fly just delivers. Well, so much for hesitation there. He just went ham.
Yeah, he just went in there and got it done, and then it looks like they're going to go for mid-tower now.
is under attack.
Actually, they may not. They might just go back and farm. But what they're looking for on Empire is, oh, as I say.
Oh, bottom lane. Big dive onto Trixie. Sunstrike's there, but it's not enough follow-up. He turns around, barely missing on the vacuum.
Oh, he's so lucky there was a creep there. He split the Sunstrike damage with one creep.
Yeah,
if it would have been toast.
I think it would have been enough to kill him otherwise.
Yeah, it would have been for sure.
Well, Fnatic now will make a move mid. They pop the Moonlight Shadow. All of a sudden, it's Fnatic who's getting aggressive, and Empire have not seen this. Although Always Wanna Fly is playing very defensively, but that Blink Dagger, Blink, Malphus, arrow actually misses from Era. Still is a double damage turn, gives Pursued, and gets the kill. This Blink Dagger from Fly already gives them a kill on the Gyro, now gives them a kill on the support Lesh, and truthfully, it's been their biggest item pickup thus far.
Yeah, I was just saying unconventional builds. He went Mana Boots Blink. You usually get the Soul Ring when you're jungling, but he chose not to. Just went for Mana Boots first, and then grabbed a Blink Dagger.
And I love the lack of hesitation, because I've cast a few Enigma games for Fly over the past few weeks where, you know, he's always, it's felt like he's just looking for the perfect black hole, the perfect initiation, and instead of just getting something. And this was just, let's get a kill right now. But meanwhile, Fnatic are taking Roche, and Empire not really in the best position to contest this. Not with Era posted up mid.
Well, they have Blink on Centaur, and now they want to fight. This is what they're waiting for this entire time, but they've lost so much waiting for this Blink Dagger. And you think it's like, oh, they're waiting for so long for this Blink, but it's only 17 minutes, so it's a pretty fast Blink still for an offlane Centaur. We're 12 minutes in.
Yeah, it's only 13. It's only 13 minutes. It's not a bad timing at all. And he was up against it early. Mag almost lost all his regen at level 1 to the tree Howl, and still it's an okay Blink timing, but is it fast enough is the real question.
It's not. That's scary. It's like, it's 13 minutes in, your Centaur has Blink, and you're like, oh, that's not fast enough. That's not in a good shape right now, I'd say.
It's like being 5 minutes early for work, and your boss is like, you're late. Like, what? How am I late?
Pretty much.
Jeez.
So they're going to have some problems now, I think. I think they're just going to keep split pushing, and I don't know what Empire needs to do in this situation. I guess they just need to group up and take some towers, or else they're going to get mega out-farmed.
Look at this Observer Ward blocking the Ancients, by the way. Surprisingly not dewarded. I guess he wanted to deward the hill and the Ancients, but ends up just missing on this.
Yeah, that does miss. It's quite unfortunate. It looks like they knew that one. That's the usual deward, so they knew, so they placed it on the side. So it was good warding, actually.
Yeah. Often you'll see the ward just in the river, like where I was trying to circle, but not the case here.
That's normally where it's at, yeah.
And that's a big deal, because they went for this early Dominator on Gyro. You do that to get the Ancients. He's not going to have that.
Yeah, they're going to have to buy another set of sentries, or else they're going to have some mega problems with this Gyro getting his farm.
And Mirana's just off split pushing, and I don't know what Empire could do about that, unless they want to rotate Centaur in. But if it's just Resolution, hard to see him getting a kill. So it looks like Fnatic will group up a bit bottom. Maybe they look to even steal these Ancients, potentially. Like it is a good hero for doing that, but not going to do it just yet, it looks like.
Yeah, they have the Aegis on Hani now as well. They should just group up and probably take mid and top tower and open up the whole map, because they have really good split pushing heroes. I believe they drafted for this. Like, all three of their cores are very hard to kill. They have Darkseer, Lycan, and Mirana. Those heroes are... They all have an escape mechanism, basically, so if they keep pushing like this, it should be pretty good for them.
Bottom lane, dive onto Silent, who does get Overgrowth, the Surge into the tree ultimate. Oh, what a combination. Meanwhile, the Lycan was making his move up the hill, but does not connect with the Mag, and doesn't really need to. Just go straight under the tower mid, can pop the Necro Book here and start muscling it down. There is a glyph available. There is no Gyro buyback, though, so there's just not much way for them to defend this, and Fly comes lurching forward with the Blink Dagger. The tower will fall, and they're out of outer towers now. They've just got the tier 2 top left. The map is getting very claustrophobic for Empire.
Indeed it is. They really just need to get some kills now. If they don't get kills, they're totally screwed this game.
Their lineup is okay at defending high ground, but Fnatic are just going to deathball it with so much beef that they won't kill it in time. Once you get the Necro Book, you can just keep on spamming Eidolons, and it's not just the one. They're going for another now in the Enigma. Mirana can just chip away at the tower with Howl damage, so that's not something you can ignore, and they can even throw an Aegis at it when things get dicey. Plus, do you want a 5-man? Do you want to defend your high ground as Empire against this teamfight lineup? It's tricky, to say the least. So, I like you, I do worry a lot for Fnatic here. Or for Empire here.
Empire, when they're not in a good position, they know they need to group up, but Fnatic knows they need to group up, so wherever they group up, they'll probably just go on the other side of the map and just, if they'll take a tier 2 and lose their tier 1, I don't think they mind so much. It's a good trade for them, but they also might want to take the fight if they have some setup waiting, which it looks like Darkseer is.
They can also just go an Overgrowth into Black Hole here, and if Empire don't have a gem or sentries, well, they do have a single sentry here, but they might not catch No Tail if he skirts along the tree line. Let's see if he looks to do that.
Level 2 vacuum though, so...
Yeah. They do have the Black Hole as well to set things up. Arrow's gonna fly in, connects on Mag, and now the Howl gets popped. This is the opening. Split Earth's there. It will stun Hani for the time being. Overgrowth, though, catching all three. Beautiful Overgrowth from No Tail, but the follow-up is here from Silent. Brings them all low. Can he bring anyone down just yet? The Wolf is just eating everyone. Double damage rune was deployed for this. Hani dropping low, still alive from the Mirana ultimate. They can't bring him down. He gets another chop. It's a triple kill. Will fall eventually. While that was happening, they lost 2, including the Aegis, but then 2 dropped low. They might get Hani on the way out, though. Another Rocket Barrage is their Cold Snap. They pop it now, but the arrow comes from the backside from Era. Crouching Tiger, hidden destruction as Empire get wiped. Ultra kill for Hani before going down, and... Well, they fought into the Aegis. They fought into Fnatic's massive team fight. It looks like Black Hole got cancelled almost immediately there, but still worked out beautifully in the end.
Yeah, if you don't notice there as well, like, I think the Empire did as well as they did. I don't think they would have got anything out of that if that Centaur died. He used a Nightmare Vanscore right when the stun was about to hit, and they disjointed the root with sleep on the Centaur, which allowed Centaur to get back and cancel the hole. So that was a very, very good sleep by Vanscore there. Allowed him to get the Aegis and a couple kills. Or else that would have been a total wipe, I think.
Well, they still got team wiped to the end, right?
Yeah, but I don't think they would have got any kills in return.
Yeah, they got the return kills. Yeah, definitely. I don't think they could have done better. It's like, how good was it, though? They're still down 10k gold, 7.5k experience. But the good news is the Aegis is gone. So that means Fnatic will have to be a little more hesitant about breaking the base, at least for the next, like, 6-7 minutes. Well, 3 to 6 minutes, I guess.
Yeah, this is the window, the time frame where Empire's lineup is stronger than Fnatic's, I feel. And they still lost the fight because their early game didn't go so hot, so I hate to keep saying it, but they're in some trouble.
Well, no point in bullshitting the viewers here, Clinton. We appreciate your honesty.
Yeah, but they are going Necro Book, so they just still need to just find the right fight. It's all it takes in Dota. Just get one fight that's good for you, and you can start getting some objectives.
Well, I guess the objective for Empire is probably taking it late, even if that's not ideal. Against this many Necrobooks, they'll just want Silent to have a BKB and just be able to BKB and kill off like 2-3 Necrobooks all by himself. So that's a while coming, though. He is not very farmed.
He has it now, actually.
Yeah, has the BKB, but doesn't have any damage, really.
No damage, but he does have BKB. But the BKB is enough for him to fight early. As long as he doesn't die early game, Gyro does plenty of damage. It's just mid-late game, like it comes 25-30 minutes, he's going to need some big damage items.
Yeah, a lot. And that's where Fnatic don't need big damage items, because they have Howl, they have Lycan's naturally outrageous damage output, and they also just have the more sustainable lineup with the just tanky heroes. They have the living armor on their side, they have the great counter initiation from Blink Black Hole, actually triple Blinks now, Overgrowth and the Vacuum, which also is level 3, so, you know, the level 2 Vacuum that Trixie struggled here and there to hit is quickly going to become impossible to avoid. And if they hit that combo, Vacuum into Overgrowth into Black Hole, game is over, folks. So I still worry for Fnatic.
They both have Blink Daggers now, too. Trixie picked up a Blink Dagger, and then he's going to just farm... it's actually kind of strange he won level 2 Wall over Vacuum, especially with Enigma, but he'll get level 12 in no time, and once he gets that level 4 Vacuum, I think Enigma and Darkseer, they just sit back, let Lycan, Tree run in, have them get focused, and then boom, combo. Counter initiation should be there, and they can't go unless they see those two heroes on the map, or else they're going to get team-wiped by a Black Hole Vacuum combo.
Empire do have a bit of late game, I suppose. They have the Midas Invoker, the Gyro, but Gyro has them in farming wall. If they can get their farm up, maybe they get, like, I guess the mech on the Centaur, Hex later on Invoker. They have some pick-off potential. That's, I guess, the one thing they have going for them, but in terms of team fight, any advantage they have will soon be gone.
Yeah, I think in like the really ultra late game, Empire has better late game. But Fnatic has the type of team where they peak around, 20, 30 minutes. And if they get too far behind, if they just go down one lane with, Lycan books and like Enigma with his mech and stuff, they can just win the game around the 25-minute mark or 30. But if it goes past that, I think Empire has a really good shot still.
Yeah, and even a hero like Centaur does scale pretty well into the late game, and Gyro Invoker obviously do. You've got supports like Leshrac that, if they ever get some farm, which sounds pretty silly now when he's walking around with a Bracer and Urn, but if they do, they can dish out a lot of damage later on. So Empire not 100% out of it, but it's definitely Fnatic who are in the driver's seat, and Empire who have to just bait out mistakes and rely on Fnatic to overextend to turn this game around. So guys, if you're just joining us, looks like we'll have a bit of a prolonged pause here as our Lycan is still disconnected. But we can take a quick look at our standings here. No games have been played yet, but the main thing to note is there's 5 teams playing in WPC West. Cloud9, Dog, Fnatic, Alliance, and Empire. It is a round-robin format, and the top 2 teams go to the LAN finals, which will be 2 Western teams and 6 Asian teams. Probably 6 Chinese teams, but we'll see if Titan or Orange can sneak their way in as well.
Are there playoffs, or is it just like top 2 from like the Robin go?
I don't know. I think only if it comes to tiebreakers. And I don't know what their rules for tiebreakers are, but in theory they must have them if teams have the same record. So.
Another BKB now, and looks like they're going to gather up.
Yeah, like you said, it's an important item. It actually gives them a chance to fight, but there are some ways to deal with this BKB. Overgrowth and the Black Hole both can just hold him in position, and Magic Community is one thing, but they have a lot of physical damage, so he will not be vulnerable to die in this game, that's for sure.
Nope, not really, unless they get the Black Hole off. I mean, the root's good too. Like, if good tree players will always wait to use root until you have the BKB popped, then he can attack. So they have a lot of ways to stop that BKB if they do it properly. But if he pops root too early, then you can just BKB out of it. So it goes both ways.
Yeah, the thing is, I feel like the tree should be able to get it off because he's got a Blink Dagger. So he can just bide his time and wait for the BKB and only then look to go.
Actually, Fnatic is so mobile with their 3 Blink Daggers.
Yeah, good luck. Crap. Good luck, Empire. They have Centaur ultimate. And they might find a pick-off here. Oh, if Era shows himself. He's just hiding in the tree line. And I don't actually see him yet. He creeps forward just a little bit. Meanwhile, mid, Fnatic might make their own move into the enemy jungle, but that would be spotted by this Observer Ward. And now the pings start coming out. And they know now. They've got a ward up on this hill. And they've seen everything. Moonlight Shadow gets deployed, but this has also been spotted by Empire. Do Empire look to engage into them? They have a gem up on the Centaur. They'll see the Wolves. They'll see the Moonlight Shadow. Do they really want to fight this, though? There's 5 heroes for Fnatic. Not going to go. That's like when you know Empire's behind. When they see you coming into their jungle and they don't contest.
Oh,
Meanwhile, Arrow connects on Silent. This is the initiation. This is what they're hoping for. Overgrowth there. Silent does BKB out of it, but quickly just gets worked down by the Wolves. The Deafening Blast keeps him alive for a few extra seconds. Not long enough, though. And they will bring him down in the end. Now, No-Tail juking into the trees. Spotted up by the Necrominions here. They're slowly wailing away at him. They actually come out on the 2-for-1. Meanwhile, the Lycans clean up another. They'll surge him forward, going for 3. Bank score dropping on the backside of the fight. Can they bring him down? Doesn't look like it. Where was the Black Hole in that fight? Just never found the opening. Oh. Meanwhile, Sunstrike and Mag Connect. They will find Trixie in the trees and bring him down. 3 for 2 in the end. Empire coming out on top. Where was the Black Hole?
I don't know, but man, Arrow, that's twice in a row. Both these team fights, he just initiates with an arrow on a really key target. Last time he hit their initiation hero Centaur. This time they get the gyro before he pops his BKB, which is really huge. Like, if he doesn't get his BKB off and dies like that, they should get owned in the team fight, because gyro's like their main source of damage right now.
That was such a clutch Deafening Blast by Resolution as well, because he was like one... The gyro was 1 round of right clicks away from dying, and he got like 2 or 3 extra flat cannon techs off instead, which maybe forced Fnatic back a bit. But it goes back to what you said. He had his BKB, they didn't kill him, and the Overgrowth was already used, and then he just BKB'd out of it and got to do some damage.
Yeah, that actually went really well for Empire. They need to keep taking fights like that. That was like, I didn't expect them to like have that easy of a time. When the arrow hit, I was like, oh, they're screwed. But they were able to turn that around.
They didn't use Black Hole. He might have gotten canceled by a Forge Spirit. There's a lot of stuff flying around in that fight.
Yeah, I didn't see.
Yeah, if they get that off, I think it's just like a 4 or 5 man wipe for Fnatic potentially.
Well, they weren't able to find their team fight combo that fight. They'll probably try and find it next fight, I guess.
Yeah, they've got the Darkseer ultimate off cooldown now, and they can look to fight again. They'll just set a path, set a course for the top lane, while Empire will look to trade. They've got a Necro 3 of their own. That's how Resolution saw No-Tail in the last fight. By the way, they also held onto their gem with the Centaur. So they still have the gem, a crucial item. for these engagements. You want to be able to see the Mirana ultimate, the tree creeping around, and they will be able to do so. But Fnatic are taking a tier 2 bottom, and it looks like they might defend. Empire take a tier 2 bottom. Fnatic are taking or tier 1 bottom, and Empire, well, taking the tier 1 while Fnatic take a tier 2. Will they actually look to defend this? Doesn't appear so. Era just gonna let it go. Not gonna catch any retreating heroes either. Pops the Moonlight Shadow, and Fnatic will be retreating out. So in the end, Empire trading towers. It's not the best trade, but they'll take it at this point.
Yeah, I think they should be happy with that. Like, they can't really defend that top tower because it's, with positioning wise, they have a ward up there on the Radiant, so they have, and whoever has that ward up there basically has advantage defending that tower. Because then you get to sit in the fog with your supports over there and then have the blink initiation. Fine with just taking that tower and getting some extra gold.
Meanwhile, Empire get aggressive now. Mag's gonna smoke up with the rest of his squad. He'll lead the way.
Too.
Has the mech, and this is suddenly an Empire team fight that's just gone a little bit stronger. They will spot a fly here. Will they be able to catch him? They need a stampede. No, just a blink stomp for Mag. Perfectly timed. Sunstrike will connect, and they just blow him up. Oh, fly. He had that great early game, but giving up a death here, this is a lot of space created for Empire to farm their own woods. They'll probably be dewarding this soon since they do have the gem, and they're coming back a little bit into this game.
Yeah, that's the power of the gym right there. They got rid of some of the vision over here. Now they're making Fnatic scared, which is opening up a lot of space. If they didn't have the gym, they wouldn't be able to do all this.
And especially against Lycan, where he's just constantly scouting with his wolves. You do not want to let him get away with that, so it's an important item.
As you can see, they only have one ward up on the map. It looks like Empire doesn't realize that it's deep in their territory, so they haven't got to deward it, but they dewarded every other ward on the map.
And Fnatic right now, Mjolnir is complete on Era. So this is a pretty stacked Mirana, considering that she hasn't gone Midas, and a lot of utility items first. Maybe they throw this on the Lycan, and he turns the fights, because also the BKB up for Hani now.
Yeah, BKB's up, Roche is up. That's going to be probably our next destination.
Well, Empire, they don't want it to be their final destination. We'll see if it comes to that. They'll try and sneak a Roche here with the Forge Spirits, but going into the pit against Fnatic, very, very risky.
Yeah, and they don't really have anyone that can just do Roche without taking any damage either. They kind of have to commit to it with their whole team.
The Wolves are just... It's like they don't care about the Wolves, because Mag was here with the gem. He also saw them earlier over here, and he's just like, I'll let you live. Mercy this time.
Yeah, killing the Wolves is actually really important.
Sunstrike into the pit. They will scout out the Roshan. Fnatic. Not feeling so confident after that engagement. It wasn't even an awful trade for Fnatic. It was a 3 for 2. Sure, they should have had a much better trade considering their position, but they just feel like they're playing a bit scared right now, and they may just try to take this late game, but Empire will be quite content having some space, given how the game began.
I think Arrow just needs to get a BKB, and then they can just teamfight as much as they want. But will he go BKB? Probably not, but...
do you think they should wait that long to farm it? Because he's only got 900 gold now.
Oh, I don't see a problem with it. If they effectively farm the whole map, as you can see, Trixie's in the enemy jungle, you have a Fly in their jungle, so if they farm like this, yeah, I think that's perfectly fine, because they're choked up on Empire right now. They have to 5-man, so they will get out-farmed if they keep playing like this.
Yeah. They're at least getting some farm on the Silent, and it looks like we'll see what he goes for next, but I imagine Butterfly versus this Lycan will be the choice.
Yeah, we'll Butterfly, MKB, safe bets.
And if he gets to that stage, then these Necro books start to fall off. Fnatic have invested in 2, so it's not a total overcommitment to Necro books. It's not like they went 3 or 4, but it is quite a bit of Necro.
Fly is actually so farmed to this game.
Trixie's
I realize.
Make his move.
Oh, yeah, they're going down there.
Centaur ultimate gets deployed, and they will overgrowth them. Perfectly timed, that one. And now they'll settle for Roche. That's their gem carrier, though. Oh, that's a hero that simply can't be getting caught.
They can defend Roche, too, if they get there quick.
Now the Moonlight Shadow, and straight back to the pit Fnatic goes. Can they take Roche off of this? Centaur has the buyback. But still, I don't know if a buyback here is going to even be worth it. Fnatic will just back off when they see that.
When you have these two lineups, Roche is going to be very dangerous for either team, because like a nice call down as well is really scary in the Roche pit. Oh, and there's the rebuy.
Instantly as well. Silence going to march forward, and No Tail comes into the backside. Sunstrike into the pit, but Roche is dropping very low already. They've got to get in here quickly. Centaur ultimate's on cooldown. They don't have it. BKB gets deployed by Silent, and the cooldown will connect only on Fly, however, and suddenly Lycan's into the fray. There's no evasion on Fly, but he gets gripped. Where's the backup for Hani during the fight? Hani's got nothing. The team's off in no man's land. Well, he almost gets focused down, and Mag might be able to kill him with the Blink. Stop! Double edge! Oh, they get it with the Malefice! Still, the Aegis popped. He comes back with no ultimate, and now finally, at long last year, Black Hole from Fly. Overgrowth follow-up, Mag, Fly. Well, Mag and Vangscore will both go down. Fly, very patient on the counter initiation there. They really left Hani on an island. I'm sure he's like, team? 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 They're just off on their own.
Yeah, that's the first time we saw the combo, but like, both of them had a good combo there. Trixie cut off like the help for the 3 heroes that came by. He got a nice vacuum wall off, and then on the other half of the team fight, there's a nice black hole by Fly. So they didn't coordinate it together, but they both got their combo off. And yeah, that was looking really good for Empire. I thought they were going to kill Lycan twice there potentially, but he was able to make up the high ground and another arrow.
These arrows from Trixie. Oh man, or Arrow, he's just been all over it. Now Trixie leaping in. They're going to focus Silent down. There's no way to keep him alive there. Even with the defensive sleep, simply won't be enough. Enough Fnatic will just beat a retreat. So
yep, rebuy on Gyro.
Well, that was Butterfly Gold. He almost had the Talisman of Evasion, just needed the Quarterstaff, and now he's down to 400 gold. They do almost have a Hex on Resolution though, and that is an item that if Fnatic don't stay together could cost them quite dearly.
Yeah, that was a huge rebuy right there, because once he gets that, he needs that Butterfly, because Lycan's just eating him in the fights. Unless he gets gripped like last fight, but if the grip is like controlled, this Gyro is just gonna die so fast to Lycan and the books.
Yeah, when I saw the Lycan go on the Gyro, I was like, wait, he's not dropping that fast. I'm like, oh yeah, he got gripped. That's why. It's only the wolves hitting him, which is not that scary at this point in the game. But when the main hero is, yeah, he's gonna leave some teeth marks.
I noticed as well. I haven't watched too many Fnatic games, but I feel like Fly has been farming a lot for this new Fnatic. Like, it's not new Fnatic roster, but I feel like No-Tail has been playing like the 5 lately.
It depends on the draft, but generally No-Tail kind of gets the shaft as of late. I mean, I guess if they pick like Enchantress or Chen, maybe he gets a little more space. But even then, No-Tail gets way less farm priority than players like Zai or AUI 2000.
Big team fight about to break out, it looks like.
Hani's on the high ground. He's going to pop the BKB. Pops the ultimate. The Overgrowth's there. Hold Resolution in position. Try and focus him down. Back is pretty damn good. They bring Resolution back in. He will be defensively slept, keeping him alive for now, but not long enough, really. No black hole for this fight. Doesn't matter. Double Edge connects on 3. Brings them fairly low, but it's just not enough. Suddenly, Hani with a triple kill. Chewing them a new one, and they'll buy back on the Invoker. That means no Hex anytime soon for him. Actually had it without that buyback. And Gyro dead, no buyback available. Even a buyback on the Leshrac. They're desperate to defend. Empire, one more bad fight. That was probably game if they lose one more. And I don't even know if they can defend this push. Fnatic, keep on marching forward. Looks like the buybacks may let them hold for now, but these are expensive buybacks. And they also lost their... is that a new gem, or is that... Let's see, is that Fnatic's gem? No, that's a second gem they lost. They've just lost 2 gems in the space of like 8 minutes.
Yeah, they've given away so much gold now between the rebuys and the gems. The gold graph is already ugly, but if you take that into account too, it's really bad. But yeah, that fight, they tried doing the same thing. Lycan runs in, because a lot of times Bane can be good against Lycan, because he usually just, runs in there and just chases a target, and then he gets way out of position, and then you get gripped. But that fight, luckily Trixie caught him with the vacuum, so no repeat from last fight where you get a 5-second grip on the Lycan, and the result was a much cleaner team fight for Fnatic.
Yeah, Vang scored great positioning in that Roche fight, but realistically, how is he going to be able to get a Fiend's grip off? It's like first all of Fnatic have to get distracted on another objective, and then he's got to come in with the grip. And with all the AoE they have to throw around, it's just so easy for them to say like, oh shit, he's getting grip, no problem. Blink Vacuum, Blink Black Hole, Blink Overgrowth, Arrow. There's plenty of ways to cancel it.
In theory, there's no way Bane should get a grip off unless you overextend on Fnatic's end. Even if you get a BKB, they have some good tools to lock that down too, with Overgrowth, Black Hole, etc.
Demon Edge up on Era now, so he's going to start to pack a punch as well. He'll work his way towards an MKB. Your Lycan throw up to 4.5k. Assault Cuirass likely coming soon, and For Empire, this is just a lot of physical damage to worry about. They do have 2 Ghost Scepters. They're building evasion on the Gyrocopter. And that will help if he can get the Butterfly out. I think he's got Talisman on the... No, doesn't have Talisman on the Courier. Who am I kidding? Had to buy back. I thought he got some gold after that, but no, he died again in the bottom fight, so... He's just desperately poor.
Yeah, he died, and then he had that nice rebuy respawn timer, so he's been dead for a very long time after that.
He'll poke his little head out top for now. The old man copter will.
Old man copter. Yeah, nice.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, I actually hate that hero though.
I love his and Sniper's voice though. It's just so annoying. Sniper's my favorite. It's like the most obnoxious, whiny, it's like cheeky little bugger character in the game.
Oh, Moonlight Shadow looks like for nothing, but they're gonna take a stroll.
Yeah, up into the enemy side of the map. They'll move through the ramp, and now No-Tail is in good position here. He can go in with the Blink Overgrowth if he pleases, and they'll start actually with that. On to 2 heroes. Now Trixie comes in over the top. They'll layer down a lot of damage from the wall, the vac, but Centaur ult keeps them safe. No Enigma there to follow up. That was an easy 2 hero kills.
Yeah, that was interesting. Like, they've overgrowth and then vacuum walled into nothing, and they just ran out.
Well, Empire say great. Now we've got a minute and a half to farm. They're not going to push without their wall.
They did use Centaur ults, but they're not going to use that anytime soon anyways. They're just looking to farm and take a late game.
Well, Fnatic can definitely use more items. It's not like their item progression has to end here, but at the same time, Empire with the Hex up on Resolution could see this as an opportunity to get aggressive in their own right. We'll see if Fnatic get caught out. For now, the tier 1's up mid. Wow, they still have their tier 1 mid at 35 minutes. They're just not... They've not been pressured really at all by Empire. Not often in this position. Another arrow, another hit from Era. So they go in on the Slush Rack. There's a defensive sleep available, but just the Ghost Scepter keeps him safe. He'll earn up and actually got canceled there.
How did that even get canceled?
Maybe it was the lightning proc?
It already procced. I don't even know. It's like his arrow was mid-animation and he Ghost Sceptered, which disjoints it, but it still cancels turn?
Yeah, he didn't take damage though, right?
No.
That's weird.
Yeah, that was strange.
Dota's a weird game. What can you say? Hani's gonna go and pops his ultimate, they'll surge him as well for good measure, and Centaur just pops his ult, and Empire just run away. This is like watching the Coyote and the Roadrunner right now.
I wonder if they use Centaur to counter Lycan in that aspect. Like in team fights, when Lycan ults, you just ult on Centaur and you can just kite him.
Yeah, that was not very effective. Granted, it's the level 3 ultimate, so it doesn't matter too much, but... Necro 3's down
level 2 for now. But yeah, it's gonna be level 3 soonish, but just the cooldown what you're looking for.
Oh, I meant the Lycan ult.
Oh,
but yeah, the Centaur ult, as you mentioned, only level 2.
So if they fight again, they're gonna have the cooldown advantage, because Lycan ult has a very small cooldown at level 3, 40 seconds. But so does Centaur ult at level 3.
And I guess Fnatic will keep on farming, though. They've got the big AoE team fight late game, but I feel like their lineup gets a lot harder to execute as the game goes later and later. Empire should get more mobility items, more just utility items to keep themselves alive, and then you've got the Hex on the Invoker, something that can just flat out win you a fight. There's not really a great item like that for Fnatic right now. They don't have that instant disable
on Mirana, so Mirana does a ton of damage. So it's going to be really important with this really greedy item build, is that her positioning is very good in these team fights. She can't get initiated on by... Well, she just needs to look out for Centaur, and that's basically it, because that's their only initiation they have, and Hex, but...
Centaur ult into Hex, maybe? I guess that's the one thing to worry about, but you kind of want to reserve the ultimate for the actual team fight generally, so... We'll see
with, like, the Assault Cuirass up and the amount of damage Mirana has, you have to deal with this Mirana. And you have to deal with Lycan too. You have to deal with both of them. It's a dual core that's both very farmed. It's quite scary.
Yeah, they have a lot of deeps. And Gyrocopter just now picks up his Butterfly. As you mentioned, already the MKB's out. So this is an item that could prove to be quite ineffective. And we'll need to see him go for the next item before he can really get active in fights. Satanic probably the choice, but we'll wait and see what Silent has in mind. I feel like Empire might need more damage as well. So that's one of those, I need 2 items, but I only have gold for 1. In the next 5 minutes. What do I do?
Yeah, and on top of that, Centaur played well, huh? I was thinking Halberd would have been very good here, because Mirana doesn't appear to be going for BKB, and it does last longer on ranged heroes.
Oh, does it actually?
Yeah.
How much longer does it last?
It's like 4 seconds, I believe, on ranged heroes. I don't know exactly. I can check real quick in the library. I know for a
yeah,
fact
it's 3 seconds on melee and 4.5 on range. So.
Yeah, 4.5. It's quite substantial.
There you go. That is definitely not something I ever realized. I was just like, yeah, it's got disarm.
Yeah, no, it's a lot better against ranged heroes. Like, range carries like Dro and Potom, if they don't get BKBs, it totally screws them over.
That ancient wisdom.
Well, because when you're playing like these ranged carries and they have Halberd, like 4.5 seconds is a long time that you just can't do anything. But he's opting not to get it.
Yeah, and right now Mag off on his own in the woods might get caught out here potentially. They've gone deep, and remember, there's no Blink.
What the
overgrowth?
He just overgrowth the trolls. What's
up? They don't have overgrowth now. The Blink Stomp's also gonna miss. Everybody, miss your spells quickly. Quickly, now run, because you don't have your spells anymore. Fnatic are sticking around. Empire don't have their gem. Remember, they've lost two throughout this game, and Era says, great, while you guys are busy missing your spells, I'm going to be taking the base. I can hit these racks, they're not going anywhere. And I'll take down the tier 3, chip away at the racks, and we'll back off.
If this was my stream, I would turn on some Cotton Eye Joe.
Little Benny Hill music, perhaps, as well.
Yeah. I think he just misclicked on the Treant. I don't know what he was clicking, but yeah, he overgrowth some creeps, no problem.
Well, he got those neutrals, man. Value secured. Another blink, this time into a leech seed. No tells, just feeling confident.
Leech seed right there.
Such a strong late game spell. But go in on the tower, the tier 3 starts dropping. There is, however, a glyph available. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, the Wolves are applying a lot of pressure. They're going to have to fight on 2 fronts simultaneously, and Empire feel ill-equipped for a 2-front war right now. As Fnatic keep on moving forward. They'll bring down this tier 3 tower. The base is exposed. They've already lost their bottom range Rex. The melee Rex has to be going down any second now. Oh, it's still alive. And Fnatic can just reset, reload, and do this again. And with the glyph down, oh boy, Empire in all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, I was also saying Empire does not have good heroes to deal a split push. So if they just put Mirana in one lane, Necrobooks in the other lane, and every other hero in the other lane, they can't do much about it.
They are smoked up now, but the problem is, I don't know if Fnatic saw this with the Observer Ward, but they definitely are going to be suspicious anyway. Sentinel gets popped, they will catch out Fly. Can they burst him down in time? There's the Blink Fat counter initiation. Everybody pop your BKBs, and now the grip on the Fly. They hold him in place, but it's not the Lycan getting gripped. He's just freely chewing through everyone else. Now the black hole from Fly onto 2, and they're just melting. This is going to be it for Empire. They don't have the deeps. They don't have the damage output. Era dropping pretty low, kills off the Necro minion. Doesn't matter in the end. Resolution forced to TP out. Can he get away? Oh, barely. Wow. But that's probably it. That's got to be mid-racks in game, I think.
That was double rebuy, I think?
Yeah, Gyro, Invoker... Or sorry, Gyro, Enigma, and Centaur all rebought.
Yeah, alright. So they have a double rebuy there, and if they do Necrobooks and bot lane and push down mid, I don't think they can defend this. I think they're going to lose something here.
Yeah, and that's 2 lanes of Rex, at which point Empire, unless they're going for the 90-minute win, might just call GG. Another arrow connects. These arrows have been so amazing from Era today. Oh, he's hit every single one. This Era, Mirana, it's been doing work.
Yeah, I feel like it's just one of those games for Empire where, like, you just every once in a while you have one of these games where your team just gets hit by every single arrow in the worst situation possible. And that's one of those games for Empire. And they're just going to call it GG.
I mean, they could have given it a shot, fought a bit longer, but it was going to be like a 1% chance the way this game was going.
Playing Game of Arrows.
Wasn't it Trixie who said, please no Sniperino? Maybe he got in Empire's head.
Oh, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it was a very weird game from Empire. I don't expect that to happen again. Like, usually they're really good about getting in the enemy jungle, warding, stopping teams that get really greedy. Even if they don't aggro tri-lane, they just ward up your jungle so you have a hard time farming. You don't abuse the fact that you're getting greedy with Enigma, Lycan, and all these other heroes like that. So...
And this goes back to the, like, picking a hero like Leshrac as one of your supports and Gyro as a carry. The Gyro just takes a long time to come online. He just doesn't offer you what a Lycan does in the mid-game. And the Leshrac, if you don't get the early towers, and a lot of them, I mean, or roam constantly, they got the first blood, but you go into the mid-game, what does Leshrac really do for you compared to a Treant Protector? It's just not much. Or an Enigma.
Yeah, if you don't get the towers, I think Leshrac is a pretty bad support, but Treant, as you noticed, he kept healing all the towers up as soon as they got pushed a little bit, so they weren't able to get any towers on Empire because they couldn't commit.
Yep, that's a great point. Guys, that's going to wrap up our first game. We've got a total of 3 best of 2s. I'm LD, of course. He's Fear. If you enjoy his casting, be sure to follow him, twitter.com/FearDota. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back momentarily with Fnatic versus Empire, game number 2. Stay tuned.